it gets to a certain point where certain influencers, certain internet personalities have to get to a point where they ask themselves, why do they feel the need to interfere or interject themselves into certain spaces? Why do they feel the need to speak on certain people in the culture? What is it about you as a person, you as a streamer, whatever? What is it about you that you feel so powerful that you can just say any and everything about what's going on in our community? Why do you feel you have the authority to come out of your mouth, disrespect a figure in hip hop? Not only that, a female, go out of your way to disrespect her, get upset when you get called out, and then turn around and spew racial stereotypes at people that look like me for calling you out? Who do you think you are, and what power do you think you have that makes you better than anybody else in our space? And see, now I have to call out the people that look like me in this space for allowing people that look like him to get comfortable. 2026, we're no longer doing that. And anybody that we see on these platforms need to be called out. They need to be canceled, and they need to be faced with all the vitriol that we've been getting. They need to be faced with it as well. I'm not I'm not for violence, but something has to be done when it comes to the constant disrespect that these people have towards us. And not only that, the raccoons that are allowing them to get away with it. The raccoons that don't speak up. Ha- do you not look in the mirror? Do you not know what you look like? I guess your morals are quickly to go out the way when there's a dollar sign attached to something. Selling out is is the new norm. Not only selling out your people, but selling out yourself. You selling yourself to be around people that don't even like you. You don't have the guts, the cojones to stand up and say enough is enough. See, this is why people feel a certain way, because there's always people like y'all that will allow anything to go on. And then people like me and other major influencers that look like me, when we say something, it's always, you guys make everything about race. It gets to a certain point where it's just what it is. We are not going to allow a white man, a Jewish white man, come out of his mouth to continuously downplay a woman's success because I watched Doechii come up. Yeah, now I'm speaking names. I watched her rise. All that industry plant stuff that she said in that song, it is whack because I watched the come up. I saw her come up. And it took her a while to come. She didn't just come out of nowhere. And for you to call her talentless and to say she's a piece of, you know what? It sounds very racially motivated. It gets to a certain point where all of that hate, it just is what it is. And you can't backtrack and backpedal. But as I said before, it gets to a certain point where people who look like me have to stop allowing people that look like him into these spaces. We're no longer sitting at the table with y'all. And anybody that we catch sitting at the table and rubbing elbows with y'all are going to start getting called out. We're done here. We're done here. If you want to sell yourself out for $1, cool. Fine. But you ain't one of us no more. You ain't one of us. And again, the racial stereotypes that you felt so comfortable with spewing, the go take care of your kids, the go feed your kids, go take care of your baby mothers, and the commenting on the looks. See, yeah, you were smart not to go too far with the looks, but the whole you wear glasses and all of this other, buddy. The fact that you don't see an issue with that says a lot about you. The fact that you don't see an issue with calling somebody uh, a piece of a stinky smelly, and then going and spewing racial stereotypes to black men regarding kids and baby mothers. The fact you don't see something wrong with that says a lot about your character. You will never change. You allowed yourself to be seen now. And you can't change that. You can't backpedal that. You finally showed your true colors. Inserting yourself in black business, surrounding yourself with so many figures in hip hop, making money off of the culture, and then you slipped up. People that look like you, people that act like you, and people who say stuff like you are no longer welcome. And anybody else that involves themselves with y'all heard what Glasses said. And to the basketball player that he spoke about, anybody in the NBA that aligns themselves with him, y'all too. We looking at y'all too.